Hey guys, welcome back to Over the Surface. Today I have a little furry guest with me. If you are watching visually, whether it's on Spotify or YouTube, I got my pup with me, my little boy Henry. He has severe separation anxiety with me, and his ears perked up, and he's like, "What are you saying about me?" Yeah, he has really bad separation anxiety. And the last couple of episodes I filmed, he was locked out and he would just stick his nose under the door and start sniffing really hard and starts pawing at the door. I just didn't know if having him in the room while I'm filming and recording would be a bit of a distraction, but you know what? It's fine. I'm just going to have him here with me. He will probably be in a lot of the episodes just for that reason. But yeah, if he starts grunting or huffing and puffing, I'm praying he doesn't start barking. So let's hope that nothing spooks him or startles him or annoys him. But anyways, so we got this little guy right next to me today. Also, I don't have wine today. I do have an iced coffee. It's a, what is the coffee? It's like stoked iced coffee. It's a brown bottle with some teal coloring around it. It's my favorite. It's so good. And then I used the Chobani sweet creamer. I only put a little bit. And it's just to die for. I'm really trying to make an effort. Oh my goodness, don't spill it. I'm really trying to make an effort to not get coffees out, drinking them at home. I'm just trying to make an effort overall to just not eat out. And I've been doing real well. I'm doing real well. So let's keep that streak going. Let me take a little sip of my coffee real quick just to get the vibes and the energy right, okay? Yes. This is kind of an awkward thing for me to grab that, but it's fine, whatever. Also, if you are new, I do have a Patreon now, so all extra content, all exclusive content around OTS, around honestly anything will be going up on my Patreon once a week. Whatever I feel like doing that week, I'm going to be posting on there every Thursday as well. So I will keep all that information linked down below. So if you want to join the community, we can have all a little fun together on there. Okay, guys, let's get started on this episode. So we are going to be starting with our quote/blurb of the week, because I started implementing that last week. I wanted to just feel a little nostalgic. Like I said last week, the reason I wanted to do it was because I loved reading quotes and blurbs when I was younger, and they really stuck to me. So every week I'm trying to find a blurb or a quote that does resonate with me and read it to you guys and talk about it for a little bit. So today I decided to use a quote/blurb from Tumblr. I know, ancient grounds, people. I used to be on Tumblr all the time when I was younger. I didn't really post a lot on Tumblr. I just was on it. And when I was going through my sad girl phase in high school, gosh, guys, I would scroll through Tumblr all day long, all night long, and just find inspo pics. I would find quotes, anything to make me feel sad, basically. So I found this specific blurb quote from this account called The Ambitious Woman. I have no idea when this was posted, but I found it today. And it resonated a lot with me because I feel like I've had a conversation about this with many people this year. So I felt like I would share it with you guys. So the little blurb goes, "You can be nice and still stand up for yourself. You can be direct and respectful. You can reinforce your boundaries and express your feelings calmly and be heard. The difference is your delivery. Being nice is not being a doormat or a people pleaser." Snap for me, people. Amen. We're amening all of that. So I really resonated with this because I feel like the last couple years, a lot of conflict has arisen in my life between people. And I feel like it really has to do with the way you go about the situation. I hate confrontation. And anytime I have to talk about an issue with someone, it just, it's like pulling teeth out of me. And I'm trying, and I have gotten better at it, but I am trying my best to be better at it. But anyways, I've talked to a lot of my friends about this, but it really is your approach. When you have to talk to someone or when you have to speak your mind, it's really about the approach you take to it, how you talk to the person, what your tone is like. And trust me, I am no angel in this situation. I've had my fair share of blowouts where I've held stuff in and blown up and it's gone literally to shit and nothing has happened and we've gotten nowhere. So very guilty of that. But yeah, it really is about the approach. I feel like if you have serious issues with someone, I think it goes a really far way being really calm and level-minded and how you approach the person. And when you talk to them, I think they would respect you a lot. They would, probably say, wow, she or he handled that extremely maturely or way more maturely than I would have, But yeah, and then also if you are a super nice person and you tend to people please, always have those boundaries up. Never set those boundaries down. It's not worth it. Don't let people walk all over you. I also have had my fair share of feeling like a doormat, but I'm trying to get better at it. I really, really am. But it's hard, especially with the people that you love and the people that you're close with. And I'm not even saying that those people doing it are even aware of it, because sometimes you are always saying yes to a situation and you're always like be like yeah for sure, but then deep down you feel not used, but maybe used. You feel like you're being walked all over a little bit, but you just got to speak up in a really nice, calm toned manner, I guess. So yeah, I wanted to talk about it. I read that today, and like I said, I feel like I've had a lot of conversations about that with a lot of friends this past year. So I felt like it was an appropriate blurb/quote to talk about. Okay, guys, let's jump into this episode answering a question out of the mystery bowl. I'm extra nervous today. I don't know why. It might be the coffee, and I'm not kidding. I truly am on the spot for these questions, and it makes my stomach bubble a little bit. I don't know if that's disgusting or not, but it does. It's the truth. All right, guys, let's just get to it. I can't procrastinate this any longer. Oh, Henry's confused about the sounds. Okay, I'm not gonna look. Scared. All right, let's put the bowl back over here. Okay, there we go. Are you curious what this is? He's looking at me like a baby. Okay, here we go. Ooh, all right. How did you feel after releasing your first book? Are there certain poems/topics you regret sharing? Ooh, okay. Deep and scary. So, first off, releasing my first book was one of the biggest accomplishments I've ever done in my life. It was insanity. It was craziness. It was fulfilling. It was stressful. Oh my goodness. So my first book, I self-published. So it was me and a friend who helped me do it all. And it was pure chaos. We made it happen, but oh my goodness, we shipped everything. We did it all, designed it, like, gosh, no help. It was 2 people doing the whole thing. But I will say, I'm going to talk about the process maybe a little bit, and then, because I feel like that falls into what it felt like releasing it. I think during the process of it, so if you didn't know, I released a poetry book last year in the spring, and it was about my first heartbreak. It was about, losing someone very dear to me. But yeah, it was just about heartbreak and losing your best friend, and at the time, and feeling all those emotions of abandoned and lost and why is this all happening to me type of thing. And it was my first heartbreak too. Keep in mind, I had never been in love before that. I had never experienced a relationship like that in my life. So it was really weird writing about it, afterwards, just all the sad stuff. And it was really overwhelming for me. And I felt like, honestly, my world was falling apart in the process of writing it. But as I was writing it, I felt just a lot of relief. It was weird. At the beginning, I didn't want to write because it made the situation feel too real. It felt like, oh, if I start writing about this, it's going to be a for real thing. So it took me a second to start writing. But then once I did, man, oh my goodness, it felt like such a relief of everything for me. It was like a weight came off my shoulder, and knowing that I was able to just put it out and put it on paper, it just was a whole different feeling. I can't even explain it. But, I wrote my book, and then it came out. And I think when you put so much of yourself into something like that and then putting it out to the world, it's just so many emotions. Trust me, I think the number one emotion was I was freaking terrified. I was beyond terrified because I didn't know how people were going to perceive the book. I didn't know how people were going to perceive me. And also, I think I was just really scared about people really reading my heart and reading how I actually felt through the process of my breakup. When you have been in a relationship publicly, I feel like a lot of people have a lot of, or feel like they have a lot of say in the relationship or need to know stuff. So it was just opening a can of worms that I didn't know if I was ready to open. So yeah, it was just a really overwhelming feeling. I mean, it was beautiful. I'm so happy I did it. I do not regret it at all. I think, going through something like that and being able to share it to the world is something that is really beautiful, because I think you help a lot of people. I can't even begin to tell you the amount of messages and responses I got from my book when people started receiving them, how it's helping them through a breakup, how they feel heard, how they feel seen. And it's beautiful. I think, going through heartbreak is something that most people experience. So to know that my words help someone go through that, it really meant a lot to me, honestly. How did you feel after releasing your first book? Are there certain poems/topics you regret sharing? I mean, I just said that I didn't regret it at all. I'm trying to think if there was anything in the book that I was like, ugh. I think I'm going to be honest. The honesty in the book made me a little uneasy at points. I feel like when I was putting that together and deciding what poems were going to be in it, and when I read it back and stuff, I was really nervous about people reading certain ones and being like, ooh, is this too much? Because, guys, I was very vulnerable in it. I was saying crazy things and crazy moments that happened. And I think a part of me was like, should I keep that to myself? Should I not share that to the world? Because I think, when you're, like I said, when you do social media and you share so much of your life online, you have to figure out what you want to share with others and what you want to keep to yourself. I think that helps you keep your sanity so much. So I think I was just really nervous about specific ones. I can't think of a specific one off the top of my head, but yeah, it was a very roller coaster of emotion time for me. Sorry, I'm just staring at my dog and he looks absolutely so precious. I can't even stop looking at him. I love you. I love you so much. He's dead asleep. Oh my goodness. And honestly, this is your sign. If you have ever wanted to release a book, if you have ever wanted to put out some sort of art project, whether that's writing or anything, do it. I'm telling you, my book healed me. My book made me who I am today, and I wouldn't change it for the world. When you have the opportunity to share an experience with someone and knowing that there's a possibility for it to impact someone, you truly feel on top of the world in the most humbled way possible. Because I think a lot about life, and a lot of your true purpose in life is impacting people's lives, right? I think people have always said that. What is your last impression on someone? When you first meet someone, I'm going to be honest, they're always going to remember how you made them feel versus what you look like at the end of the day. So to be able to have such a strong impression and impact on someone's life is so amazing. And you really don't know whatever you put out in the world, how it will be received. And I'm going to be honest, most of the time it will be good if it's something that is coming from the bottom of your heart. If it's true, if it's genuine, people can read that. People can notice that night and day. I mean, I can. I feel like you know when someone's bullshitting. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of artists do that too nowadays, which is kind of sad because I care so much about lyrics. I am such a big lyric girly when it comes to songs. And I feel like a lot of songs have deep meanings, but I feel as if they aren't real, or they're not deep enough. What am I trying to say right now? I feel like a lot of artists have songs out that aren't from the heart, is what I'm trying to say. And I appreciate that a lot. I feel like I can tell when a piece of art is made from the bottom of your heart, and people can feel that in the music. People can feel that when you're singing. People can feel that in a book, even with an author, right? Even if it's not poetry, if it's like a novel, you can see how much effort and how much love and time an author has put into curating a story, characters, the storyline, how it's making you feel. I mean, anything, literally anything. You could see passion in anyone's eyes from a mile away. And I think as long as you do whatever you love or put out whatever you want to put out, and there's so much love and passion behind it, you're always going to succeed in it. And, sometimes, success isn't always translated with money or a million people looking at it. But I think success, honestly, is how you are making yourself feel, and how the few people that are looking at your work view it. At the end of the day, I think if you are able to impact one person's life, it's better than none. So if you put out something and only a couple people see it, you're successful. Because if you're able to impact someone in a really good way, you've succeeded. And I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my definition of success, honestly. I think I truly believe that is a big part of my success, is knowing that I impact people's lives in a weird way. Because I think that's why I had my crisis the other week, or a couple weeks ago, or last month. Because I just want to make a difference in people's lives. And I want someone to watch my videos and take away something great from them, or read my book and take away something that they can use for the rest of their life. And I think it's because I've always looked for that in someone. I think I've always searched for that in whether that's videos on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, or anything, I think I've always searched for that little bit of validation, if that makes sense. What am I trying to say? I went on such a far tangent. Is it even a tangent? Word vomit. Maybe. I went so far from talking about the book, I ended up talking about validation and feeling seen and having purpose. What was I trying to say? I'm trying to remember my train of thought. I lost it. Hold on. Maybe I just need a sip of coffee. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Oh my goodness. So anyways, I don't really know what I was trying to say. I think I got a little excited and my brain started going, okay, you're going to go this way. Oh, wait, you want to go that way. And then you want to go this way. And then you want to go that way. It just kept going. It kept going. And I don't know where I ended up. But anyways, back to the original question. How did I feel after my book? I felt amazing. And I might be doing it again. Who knows? Oh my goodness. Who knows if another book is coming out? Maybe. And it might be a little bit of a different story. Can I be any more obvious? I don't know. Guys, I think I'll be writing for the rest of my life. I love writing. I love being able to make people feel things with words. And I don't know if that sounds really weird and bizarre, but I do. I love writing short stories. I love, which is actually something kind of new. I love writing short stories. I love writing little, not novels. I haven't written a novel yet. That's another bucket list thing. I would love to write a romance novel, like a rom-com situation, or a really sad, dark romance novel. That would be a dream. So maybe we'll see what happens there. But love a good short story. Love making fictional things up too. I said that in my last episode. So I guess we'll see what other books come my way, people, because that would be a lot of fun. What else can I do? Create a movie? Oh my goodness. Let me just tell you guys, my ultimate dream in life. Let me tell you what my dream is, because I figured it out. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So the dream, right? I write a novel and someone loves it so much, turns it into a movie, but not just any movie. I want it to be like a Nicholas Sparks movie. I want it to be the next Notebook / Safe Haven / Last Song. I love Nicholas Sparks. I read so many of his novels when I was younger. So have one of my novels turned into a movie, and then maybe 20, 30 years from now, I decide, oh, okay, I can make a cameo in a Nicholas Sparks movie and in my own movie. I have a lot of dreams going on right now. So we'll see what happens. But guys, how awesome would that be? I mean, a novel turned into a movie? I would love that. So yeah, that's like big picture, big dream of mine. But maybe let's just take baby steps. Or has anyone ever done this? Which would be kind of cool, and I might regret saying this to the world right now, but has anyone ever done, oh, I'm sorry, Henry, I keep hitting him in the head. I keep like, he's like, I'm done. Has anyone ever turned a poetry book into a movie? Is that a thing? Maybe a short film? Gosh. I need $1 bajillion to do all of this, and I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure out how to make $1 bajillion and turn one of my books, whether it's one that's been out already, a future one, a future one, and turn it into a film. Let's do it, guys. I'm here for it. Let me know in the comments down below what I should name it, because that would be crazy. Ooh, what did that sound like in the audio? Sorry, I forget that I can sing sometimes. It's kind of a little party trick I pull out once in a while. No, I'm kidding. I just will randomly sing when I'm talking. Sometimes I do it with people that I just met, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not like this all the time. It's just like once in a while, you know. But anyways, I feel like my tangent has gone into many, many things. But I feel like it's all very much related, right? Because I feel like I answered the question well, efficiently. Was it dragged on a bit? Maybe. It might have been, but I just like to talk. I got like a frog in my throat when I said talk and I almost threw up. Sorry. Was that too explicit? I don't know. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of OTS. I love it. I feel like I can just sit here and talk every day about something new with you guys. I wish I had a screen with you guys there and like talking to you guys actually. Maybe we could figure something out in the future, you know? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Do not forget, I have a Patreon. I will have a new video linked down below, ready to go. I think the video that I'm doing for my Patreon this week is a personality test. So if you want to see what my personality really is like, go check it out. I love you guys. And don't forget to leave your questions down below. Whatever you want me to answer, I have producers going through it and they throw those questions in this bowl. So if you got a good question, it might be on the next episode. All right, guys, I love you and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Mwah.